Hi guys, now we are going to go disassemble this particular old fan and show you its specifications. Really old fan, and kind of rusted all over the fan, as you can see. And this fan belongs to the old type of desert coolers, and simply the paint itself is simply coming out of it. Yes, it has a good quality one, but yes, it's too old that the plastic itself has broken from its wing. Now it's time for us to remove it separate and see what inside it, and see that whether we will get any useful things from it. And to say, this thing particular has a very burnt smell, so I can be sure that this motor is not at all working. And you can say it has been 10 years old, so you will expect this setup conditions. So let's start opening, and for this purpose I'm going to use two types of pliers. So guys, these are the things which you get at last. Simply disassembling this motor, and as you can see, this is the metal shield which we have simply taken apart, and this was the wing which got broken in this process. But yes, it was of so old that it works. You can say it's 10-year-old, so you can't have a good life of that. And leaving that, you get this aluminum core which can be melted. I don't think this is pure aluminum, but yes, it has aluminum content, majority of it. And this is the one of the biggest treasure you can get from this thing. It's a copper coil. It's very well winded, so you can use it for many purposes and science experiments. And yes, it's wired. And I think that I need to check whether this coil is working or not. I will use this for my future projects. And yes, this metal shield is old, rusted, but yes, from inside it's not, so you can simply brush this thing out and use it. And the whole motor is held by this long screws which I have cut it because they got rusted. And rusted means simply the linings which they have, they lost that, and that's why these nuts were unable to come up, so I need to after all cut it. And for this successful of this particular project, I want to thank my this particular tool hacksaw, and these two things, and big screwdriver and a hammer. Yes, it was also very useful. And that's for this particular video. Thank you for watching, and hope you get some idea of how big motors are made. And don't waste your time in the same. Thank you. And at last, what is left is this iron oxide on my working table. So yes, it needs to be cleaned. Okay, iron oxide.